key turns in the lock of Hikari's workshop. The late-night silence presses in.
The safe. It's open. I never leave it open.
She rushes forward, flings the door wide. Only a folded note sits on the empty shelf. Hikari, by the time you read this, I am officially dead. Our 2JZ prototype is sold to Crimson Motorsports. You were a fool to trust me. Shota.
Dead? You sold my engine and faked your death? I'll destroy you.
In her mind, Shota's smirk at the airport. Briefcase full of blood money. Burns like a brand.
He planned this for months, and I never saw it. I trusted him.
Then a memory strikes. A USB drive hidden in a sealed desk drawer. Her backup blueprints.
You didn't know about this, did you? You took my engine, but not my mind.
She would rebuild. She would enter the D1 championship under a false name, and she would destroy Crimson from the inside. For months, the garage door stayed locked. Sparks flew in the dark as Hikari welded new turbo housings from scratch, fueled by rage and coffee.
Every bolt, every weld, exactly as I designed. Shota took the prototype, but the knowledge is mine.
The engine gleamed under the work lamp, a label reading Hikari's design in gold. 1,500 horsepower, reborn.
And now a chassis to match. Nothing off the shelf. Every component chosen for one purpose. To destroy Crimson.
On a late night, she filled out the D1 entry form. Driver name, Phoenix Engine. Team, none. The form asked for team affiliation. She left it blank.
No one will know until it's too late. They'll only see the fire.
The day of qualifying arrived. Her pink and black machine rolled onto the starting line, drawing curious stares from the pit crews. When the green light flashed, she launched the car into the first corner, tires smoking, the engine's roar silencing doubt.
This engine, it's a monster. Shota, you have no idea what you threw away.
The time posted on the board silenced the paddock. Phoenix Engine had landed, and the real race was only beginning. In her first heat, Hikari found herself door-to-door with a Crimson car, the very machine running her stolen engine.
You are driving my creation, and you don't even know it. Let me show you what it's really capable of.
She forced the Crimson driver into the wall, then disappeared ahead to claim the checkered flag. The headline read, Fio Himedix Engine dominates D1. In his penthouse, Shota froze mid-sip, the newspaper trembling in his hand. Crimson's pride had been crushed by a ghost.
Another loss. This isn't just luck. That engine, it's dismantling my work. I want everything on Phoenix Engine. Where does this nobody come from? And where did they get that power?
He replayed the race footage, frame by frame. The acceleration curve was too familiar, too perfect.
That torque curve. It's a twin-turbo sequential. Exactly like our 2JZ. Who else could replicate it?
A cold knot formed in his stomach. There was only one person who could design such a machine, and she was supposed to be broken.
I have to see this Phoenix with my own eyes. If it's her, I'll make sure she disappears for real this time.
He pulled up old test footage from their garage days. Hikari's hands on the same steering input, the same throttle blips. The overlap was undeniable.
That's her. The way she catches the slide with a late apex. I taught her that. She's alive. Get me a VIP box at the semifinal. Anonymously and pull the inspection records. I want that pink car torn apart.
Meanwhile, Phoenix Engine eviscerated every bracket. Each victory drew louder cheers and deeper paranoia from the man in the penthouse. He accessed telemetry from her latest heat. The shift points were identical to their original test data. Not a copy, the original.
She didn't just rebuild the engine. She's racing it publicly. This is a declaration of war. Book my jet. I'll witness this farce in person and prepare a press release. We'll announce the theft right after her loss.
He packed a small bag, but his real weapon was a dossier. Line-by-line proof that the engine matched the stolen prototype.
If the crowd learns Phoenix Engine is a stolen design, they'll tear her apart, and I'll be there to watch.
Shota stepped into his private jet, the weight of the stolen billions replaced by a cold, vengeful certainty, the semi-final awaited. The stands roared as Hikari's pink and black machine rolled onto the grid. She tightened her gloves, unaware of the eyes burning into her from above. In the VIP box, Shota leaned forward, a cold smile under his dark glasses. He was here to watch her crash in more ways than one.
Wait, that silhouette, that arrogant posture. He's here. Shota is alive, and he's watching me. You faked your death, used my engine to buy a throne, and now you are here to gloat. I'll make you regret every breath.
The green light hit. Her tires screamed, and she exploded toward the first corner, rage overriding caution. A crimson car blocked her path.
Get out of my way. You were just a puppet driving my stolen heart. I built this engine. I know its breaking point.
She pushed the crimson driver into a spin, smoke pluming as she rocketed past. The checkered flag was hers, and the message was unmistakable.
This was just the semi-final. The final. That's where I'll destroy you, Shota. Not your car. You personally.
Shota's smirk vanished. That driving, it wasn't just skilled. It was a promise delivered straight into his chest.
You wanted to see me break? In the final, I'll show you what real destruction looks like. Start counting your seconds.
In the hours before the final, Hikari tore open the turbo, calibrating each blade by hand. Every micron was a weapon.
1,500 horsepower, ready to scream. Shota, this engine is my oath, and it will bury you.
Shota stared at the replay screen in his suite, the semi-final footage looping. His coffee shook in his grip.
If she wins, the press will dig into the engine. They'll find the truth. I'll lose everything.
The track became a circus. News choppers circled overhead. The final promised blood, and Phoenix Engine was the predator. On the grid, the radio crackled. The crimson driver's voice slithered through Hikari's headset.
Phoenix Engine. More like a cheap knockoff. We know you stole that design, thief.
Let them think what they want. The only thing that matters is Shota's face when his world burns. No more words. I'll let the engine speak. Each piston stroke will count your sins, Shota.
The lights counted down. The air thickened. Her foot hovered over the throttle. The storm ready to break. Green. The final erupted. Hikari's tires shredded the tarmac as she launched into the first hairpin, the crimson car, a red blur in her mirror.
The 2JZ sings. Every twin turbo pulse is a heartbeat Shota tried to steal.
She closed the gap, bumper to bumper, daring the crimson driver to flinch.
You can't keep this pace, Ghost. That engine's a knockoff. It'll blow up in your face.
Let it scream. I pushed it to 1,500 on this straight. The walls are shaking. Can you feel it, Shota?
She feinted outside, then cut inside, forcing the crimson car onto the dirty line. Sparks erupting as carbon scraped asphalt. The crimson driver fought back, scraping her door, but Hikari held firm, the impact jarring her teeth.
That's it. Bleed. Every scratch is a line through Shota's contract.
Lap 3. A wide drift entry left the crimson car exposed. Hikari rammed her front bumper into its rear quarter. Metal screaming, diffuser ripping, the crimson car wobbled, smoke trailing but corrected. Wounded. Now the kill, final lap. Hikari threw her car into a desperate drift, catching the crimson machine off guard and slamming her rear quarter into its nose. The crimson car spun, slammed the wall, and erupted in a cloud of debris. The stolen engine seized, dead. Hikari shot across the finish line alone, the checkered flag, a blur above the roaring crowd.
I did it. But this isn't over. Not while Shota still breathes free.
In the VIP box, Shota's glass shattered in his grip, his face drained of color.
No, no, no. She destroyed them. She'll come for me next. I have to get out now.
He bolted from the box, shoving past security, his briefcase banging against his leg as he sprinted toward the paddock.
The helicopter is my only escape. If I can reach it before the press traps me, I'll vanish again.
He burst onto the tarmac, waving frantically. The pilot fired up the rotors, blades slicing the air.
Get us airborne. Now, I'll pay pay you double. Just fly.
The helicopter rose from the paddock, its rotors slicing the air with a deafening roar. Shota was inside, escaping with his blood money.
Number. You don't get to run. I'll bring you down with my own 2 hands. You thief.
She ripped the steering lever from its mount, the metal shrieking in protest, cold steel biting into her calloused palms. With a guttural scream, she sprinted forward and hurled the lever like a javelin, its arc aimed at the spinning blades. The lever struck the rotor with a shriek of tearing metal, sparks erupting in a brilliant shower. The rotor blade shattered, shards flying. The helicopter lurched, smoke pluming, its tail spinning wildly. It smashed into the tarmac with a deafening crunch, crumpling like paper, flames licking at the wreckage. Police swarmed the crash site, dragging a dazed Shota from the debris, his designer suit torn, wrists locked in cuffs. Shota knelt on the tarmac, handcuffed, his briefcase burst open. Yen notes fluttering around him like ghosts of his crimes. Hikari stood over the scene, breath ragged, the steering lever's indentation still on her palm, justice finally in her grip. As Shota was dragged past, his eyes refused to meet hers. The crowd's cheers for Phoenix Engine drowned his silence. The trial was swift. Evidence of grand theft, fraud, and a faked death left no doubt. The gavel came down hard.
His assets, his patents, his company, all seized and awarded to me. Every yen he stole will fund my new beginning.
Where Shota's offices once stood, Hikari Motorsports rose, a factory of glass and steel built on the ashes of betrayal. On the assembly line, the 2JZ engine was no longer a stolen secret, but a global standard, powering champions.
They once called it stolen. Now the whole world knows whose design this is.
From her office window, Hikari gazed at the city skyline, a view earned through grease, rage, and relentless will.
Shota thought he could bury me, but the phoenix rises, always.
Her old wrench still rested on the workbench, beside the original blueprints, a monument to where the fight began. With the engine roaring, she drove toward the horizon, the past shrinking in her mirror, the future her own open road. Weeks later, in the quiet of her new office, Hikari sorted through Shota's seized hard drives, digital ghosts of his betrayal.
These transactions. Crimson was just a buyer. There's a network. Someone else pulled Shota's strings.
A hidden folder, encrypted with military-grade security, labeled Project Firebird, dated a year before her prototype was finished.
They knew about the 2JZ before I even built it. Shota wasn't just greedy. He was a pawn.
The files contained blueprints eerily similar to hers, communications with a ghost company, and a single, chilling note. Your engine belongs to us.
They've been watching, waiting. I thought I'd won, but this was only the first battle.
She scoured the data. IP addresses traced to a conglomerate that had crushed independent inventors for decades.
If they want my engine, they'll have to go through me. And I'm not fighting alone anymore.
She stared out at her factory floor, engines rolling off the line, a symbol of triumph. But now, a target.
I'll protect what's mine. And if they want a war, they'll get one, from the phoenix they tried to bury.
Hikari's investigation narrowed to a senior hire, his record polished, his references too perfect.
They inserted a mole into my own company, right under my nose.
She cornered him in the server room, his USB drive copying the engine software, caught with the digital blueprints. He didn't answer her demand, just smirked and smashed the drive, but her anti-spyware had already logged the transfer.
The data went to a shell company, protected by the same legal wall that let Shota vanish.
That night, an encrypted message appeared on her screen. Admire your tenacity. Join us, or we dismantle Hikari Motorsports piece by piece.
Join them? They think I'll become their puppet, like Shota. They don't know what it means to rise from ashes. I am not their pawn. I am their reckoning.
She closed the message. The cursor blinked, but the reply wasn't in words. It was already being forged in steel.
We're not just building engines anymore. We're building a weapon. And they've already handed us the target.
A text from an unknown number. Know about Firebird. Parking level B3. come alone. In the shadowed garage, a trembling engineer pressed a drive into her palm. They killed Shota's lawyer to bury this. A van screeched around the corner. The source fled, but a silenced shot cracked the concrete. Blood spattered Hikari's sleeve. She ran. In her office later, the drive unencrypted, internal memos, offshore accounts, a hit list of inventors.
They've crushed dozens. Professor Murai, Team Ignis, even my own university lab. This goes back a decade. The consortium owns the D1 board, the patent office, the judges. They didn't just steal my engine, they own the game. You wanted a weapon? We'll give them the truth. I am entering their new global series, and I am carrying a data bomb.
Her lead mechanic stepped forward. We've got an experimental chassis ready. If we win, their own cameras will broadcast the evidence.
They think they're untouchable, but I've been burned before, and the Phoenix doesn't just rise, it makes sure the ashes are public.
A launch screen flickered to life. The International Combustion Series, sponsored by their enemy. A stage set for a very personal demolition. Her lawyer's voice trembled. If you release those files, they'll sue for billions. You'll lose everything.
Everything? I already lost that when Shota sold my soul. Now I am just taking it back.
That evening, the factory lights died. Wires cut. A note on the generator. Withdraw, or next time it's your brakes.
They think cutting power stops me? I built an engine in the dark before. We'll finish this by torchlight.
She signed a waiver, sole liability for any breach. Her signature was a war declaration. During a closed test session, her car lurched at speed, calibrated sabotage. She wrestled it back from the wall, heart pounding.
They almost got me, but now I know their playbook. Fear only works if you are afraid to die.
An email from the consortium. Last chance, drop out, or we ensure Hikari Motorsports never produces a single bolt.
If I back down now, every inventor they crushed will be for nothing. I am not just racing for me anymore.
The ICS grid, rows of elite machines. Hikari's pink and black beast roared among them. The only one wearing a target, the green flag dropped, and the ICS erupted. Hikari launched into the fray, her engine howling a challenge.
They want me to crash. I can feel their eyes on my chassis, waiting for a mistake.
Mid-race, a sudden vibration shook the steering column. The CV joint deliberately weakened.
If I pit, I lose. If I keep pushing, the wheel could lock. There's no clean way out.
Her crew chief's desperate voice crackled over the radio. Hikari, the telemetry's red. She won't hold.
I didn't rebuild her just to nurse her home. She'll hold because I say she will.
She killed the rev limiter, redlining the turbo. Flames licked the exhaust as she pushed the disabled car past 3 rivals.
Every second I am not in first is a second they win. I'll buy this lap with my own future if I have to.
The CV joint screamed, grinding metal. She drove with one hand on the wheel, the other gripping the emergency release.
If I go down with the truth. Let them see what happens when you corner a phoenix.
The consortium's lead car pulled ahead, a pristine machine untouched by sabotage. Hikari's wheel wobbled violently.
Give up, Phoenix. That junk heap of yours is already dead. The consortium sends its regards.
They rigged my car, and now they mock me. Every dead inventor is listening. I won't let them hear silence. This junk heap is the only honest thing on this track, and it's faster than your bought trophies.
She floored the throttle. The engine screamed, metal grinding. The CV joint fully separated, the wheel locking momentarily.
If I die today, I die screaming the truth. Let them broadcast that.
At the final corner, she dove inside, clipping the red car's rear. Both machines tangled, spinning violently. Hikari's car crossed the line sideways, wheels locked, smoke blinding the stands. The checkered flag waved for a wreckage. Then the car snapped, flipping onto its roof, grinding to a halt in a shower of sparks and silence. A hand emerged from the window, clutching a flash drive. Hikari's voice, crackling. broadcast, the evidence. Now, medics pulled Hikari from the inverted cockpit, her knuckles white around the flash drive. She refused the stretcher.
Plug it into the big screen, every dirty secret. Now, let the world judge them.
The screens flickered. Financial records, encrypted memos, a death list, the consortium's decade of blood spilled into daylight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is beyond racing. We are witnessing the exposure of a criminal syndicate. I don't have words.
The crowd's roar turned to outrage, voices merging into a single thunderous demand for justice. In a private suite, shadowy figures scrambled, shredding documents. The consortium's grip shattered in 3 minutes. Her phone buzzed. Text on screen. You just signed your death warrant. You'll join the other inventors soon.
I know. I've already died once. They don't scare me anymore.
Police raided the suite, but one figure slipped through a service door, the mastermind, heading for the helipad.
Not again. This time I finish it myself.
The mastermind burst onto the helipad, a compact helicopter already spooling up. Hikari's security cart screeched to a halt at the pad's edge, her eyes on the turning rotors.
I've already torn one thief from the sky. This time, I'll use the very thing they tried to steal.
She ripped the glowing turbo from her wrecked engine, the heat searing her gloves, and cocked her arm. With a scream that echoed across the track, she launched the turbo, spinning like a discus at the rotor assembly. The turbo smashed through the protective mesh, blades shattering, the helicopter lurching violently. It slammed onto the pad, crumpling the landing gear, but the fuel tanks held. No flames this time.
You wanted my engine? Here it is. Choke on it.
She yanked the dazed mastermind from the cockpit, zip-tying his wrists with a wire from her car. Police swarmed the pad. Hikari stood over the turbo-lodged wreckage, her design, her justice. The police dragged the mastermind past the cameras, his face now a symbol of the consortium's fall.
I watched him go, my hands still black with grease. Justice was a long race, but tonight I crossed the line.
Hours later, she faced a sea of microphones. The crash footage and the evidence played on a loop behind her.
The consortium took my engine, and they paid with their empire. This victory belongs to everyone they tried to silence, but the empty chairs of the inventors they killed still sit at the table. This win won't bring them back, but their names are cleared, and my engine will never be stolen again.
The headlines screamed, Phoenix burns the consortium. 2JZ engine vindicated. She stood before the 2JZ engine in the museum hall. No longer a stolen secret, but a monument to those who refused to break. On her workbench, her old wrench and the scorched turbo rested side by side, tools of a war fought and won.
The thieves are ash. The road ahead is mine. This is the real victory.
The court seized every asset. Shota's empire was dissolved, his billions funneled into restitution. The gavel fell for the last time.
Justice won, but the empty chairs will never be filled. I'll carry their names forward.
Where Shota's skyscraper once cast a shadow, Hikari Motorsports rose, a campus of innovation, open to all. The 2JZ engine no longer carried a stolen label. It anchored the world's most efficient powertrain, licensed freely to any manufacturer who pledged ethics.
They tried to cage it. Now it powers the world, on my terms.
At the ribbon cutting, she wore her racing suit, grease stains still visible like battle scars.
This isn't just a factory. It's a monument to the inventors they tried to erase. Welcome home.
The consortium was formally dissolved by international court order, their patents voided, their crimes public record.
I won the race I started in a dark garage with a stolen dream. Now the dream is mine and no one can steal it again.
Behind her, the assembly line hummed, 1,000 engines, each a testament that the Phoenix had not just risen, but rebuilt the world. The coastal roads stretched empty and golden in the fading light. Hikari drove with the window down, salt air mixing with the scent of victory.
No more hiding behind code names. No more running from thieves. The world knows my engine, and it knows my name.
The engine purred, a quiet reminder of every battle, every sacrifice. The stolen prototype was a ghost. What remained was hers alone. She pulled into the empty garage where it all began. The wrench and blueprints still lay on the bench, now under a sign. Hikari's design, proven.
From this bench to the world. They said an engineer couldn't race. They said a stolen dream was gone forever. But phoenixes don't just rise, they change the sky.
The checkered flag still hung in her workshop, the silent witness to the race that broke an empire. She stepped back outside, the sea breeze lifting her hair. The future was an open track, and she had the throttle. Engine designer Hikari. Racer. Legend. The thief was nothing but a memory. She turned the key. The engine roared, and the road ahead was entirely her own. The miles melted away. The engine's hum a steady heartbeat. Every inch of asphalt was a testament to her will.
This road began in a dark garage, paved with betrayal and fire. Now it reaches every corner of the world my engine powers.
In the rearview mirror, the past shrank to a pinprick. Ahead, the sun blazed pink and black, her colors, her claim.
I never wanted a throne. I just wanted my design back. Somewhere along the way, I built something bigger than revenge.
The wrench on the passenger seat caught the light. A simple tool that had toppled an empire. She slowed, pulling to a quiet overlook. The engine fell silent, the world holding its breath with her.
They'll remember me as the engineer who raced, but I'll remember myself as the woman who refused to break.
The checkered flag from her first win still hung in the workshop. Weathered, but unbroken, she turned off the engine for the last time on this road. The silence wasn't empty. It was the sound of a battle won. As the stars emerged, Hikari Motors stood defiant, a beacon for every dream the world tried to silence.